Okay, so I'm about to start with my lowercase letters. I've got my lowercase SVG ready to show up. This is set up so it points up, so everything's going to order itself in alphabetical order as this folder is in. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and I'll show you what the problem is. Okay, the first thing I want to do is I want to remember to select my text, delete the text information, and select the text line and do a Command X. So that puts it in the clipboard. I'm going to move this over just so that I can see what gets centered when I'm ready to save my file. At least I'll be able to take a quick peek and double check and make sure that it's the right letter. Okay, so I think I'm good to go. I may run into a problem writing here initially, so we'll see if that happens. So SVG, I'll play this, and I can see that something went wrong and the whole white background didn't disappear. If this happens to you, try running it again. So I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel on everything. And by the way, notice that I'm going into the numbers folder. That's not the issue. Let me go ahead and cancel the save, and I'll try it again. And it should work this time. So drag that in there and click on play, and there it goes. And when you see this part disappear, you know that we got all the white area out. Okay, still in the wrong folder. Now I can go to the right folder. I can go back to my SVG's main folder, and I want to go into my lowercase letters. So I'll go in here, and I can save that there. And I'll go ahead and type in a hyphen just to keep with the original naming format. And I'll go ahead and hit save. And I'll hit OK. And it shows up in the right place. Well, then that means I can do it again, right? Problem is that it remembers the folder of the numbers folder. If I move this over here, you can see right in here that this is the same numbers SVG folder that it's always going to want to insist on saving because that's what it says to save it at. So if I play this again, you'll see as soon as it runs through its routine, I'm back in the numbers folder. So again, I have to leave this folder, go into the lowercase letters, change this to the letter B, and whoops, lowercase b and hyphen, and save that, and save again. Well, that's a hassle. The easiest thing to do is add another save. So I'm going to close this save up, and I'm going to select that, and I'm going to start recording. And I'm going to do a save as now. And this time I'm going to save it. It remembers the last folder I was in when you do a regular save as. And it's in the right place in the lowercase letters. And in here, I'll just go ahead and type in, I'll just type in 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter because I'm going to delete it. And I'll go ahead and hit save. And I hit save again. Okay, and it did remember. Now if I run this, don't forget, I need to turn this box off because I'm going to leave this one alone just in case I need to come back to the numbers. But it's this one that I want to see, and I want this checkbox off. This one checkbox stays off. So if we open this up, we can see in here it's going into the lower, it's saving into the SVG files as an SVG file as well. So I'm good to go. Okay, so I can stop the recording. And everything is clear, so everything looks like it's going to work correctly. And the reason why it doesn't show the checkbox over here is because that's actually part of this selection in there. So this one's the one that sends to the numbers, and the one right underneath is the one that saves to the lowercase. And I'll need to do the same thing to the other folders. I'll have to create a separate save as. If you want to, you can go ahead and delete this one. It's just as easy to figure out where you need to go, but I'll just leave it on for now. Okay, so now I can go back over here. I'm going to get rid of this 1, 2, 3. Don't need that. And now I'll come back over here. So I'm at B, so now I'll go to C, drag this over, and I'll just hit play on here. And now I'll do a lowercase c with a hyphen. I can select this. C and hyphen, and I'll save that, and I'll save again. And so in here, if I open this up, you can see that these are showing up without any problem. And if you want to double check, right now I'm working on CSVC, so I'm going to open up A just to show you. It opens up in Illustrator. I'm going to back away here so we can see the whole thing. And let me get this out of the way for now. I just want to show you that if I do a select all, there's no sign of that text line that I had in here. When it got saved as an SVG, it just completely ignored it, and that's what I want. So now we're back in business, and I'll open up my actions window and close this up a little bit. And it looks like I'm set there. And like I said, I want this over to the side, and now I'm on D. And I'll play that. So D hyphen, return 2 times, and it's done. And now I just work my way down the line. E hyphen, if I can get up there. E hyphen, return 2 times, and just work my way down the line here. I have to be inside Adobe to use the function key. I reprogrammed the function key for an F1. It was easier for me to find it. And if you need to reprogram it, you go to the Actions, Options, Action Options, and that's where you can reprogram. So I went with an F1. I found it was also used in here somewhere, so I just got rid of it there. So that's where you can set it. Okay, so I've got the F in here, F1, and do an E hyphen, no, F hyphen. See how handy it is to have this over here? F hyphen, and hit return 2 times. That's good. So now I'm in G, and again, oh, got to be here, F1. Okay, and that is G hyphen, and return 2 times. And you don't have to click on it for it to select. Right now the G, I can click on this real quick and just drag the H over. And then I can just do that real quick. So that's going to be an H hyphen. And I'm paying attention to which one shows up here to let me see which one was the last one. And this is going to go by fairly fast. So I'm not going to bother finishing it on camera. I think you'll get the general idea. So I'll finish this again, and then I'll do the uppercase and my symbols in off camera. But I will have to recreate the save as so it goes into the right folder, and that'll save me some time. And don't forget, every time you reopen this file, type in the text box or the text and copy it, or rather X it out, do a Command X to cut it out, and that way it goes in the clipboard, and then you're good to go. If it doesn't work right the first time around, just cancel, look to make sure that the white area out on this particular part of the box is missing. If it is, you're good to go. Okay, catch you on the next movie.